The city of Minneapolis has agreed to a $700,000 settlement with family members who were locked inside two squad cars when police killed their father after officers refused their offers to try and help calm him down. This is the story of what happened on the night of December 15, 2019, when 52-year-old Chiasher View was shot dead by police in his own home. Chiasher View was a Hmong immigrant who spoke little English. He was suffering from untreated depression and had a mental health crisis that night. He had been drinking and singing karaoke with his family when he got into a series of arguments. He fired several shots at a wall inside the house, and one of his sons called when the police arrived. They found Chiasher View armed with a rifle. They ordered him to drop the weapon and come out of the house. But he refused to comply. He was scared and confused by the police commands. His daughter Chami View and his sons Haley and New View were outside the house. They begged the police to let them talk to their father and calm him down. They knew he was not a violent person and he was just having a breakdown. They offered to translate for him and explain the situation. But the police did not listen to them. They locked them inside two squad cars and told them to stop asking. They treated them like suspects instead of witnesses. They did not respect their rights or their dignity. For hours, they were trapped in the police cars, unable to help their father or comfort each other. They heard gunshots and feared for their father's life. They later learned that he had been shot 13 times by the police after he pointed his rifle at them. The police claimed they acted in self-defense, but the family disputed that. After the shooting, they were taken to interrogation rooms where they were questioned for hours. They were not allowed to see their father's body or grieve for him. They felt violated and traumatized by the police treatment. They filed a lawsuit against the city of Minneapolis, arguing that the police had illegally and unconstitutionally detained them that night. They also accused the police of failing to de-escalate the situation and using excessive force against their father. A federal judge ruled that the officers were justified in shooting Chiasher View, but agreed that the family members had been unlawfully detained. The city decided to settle the case and pay $700,000 to the family. The family hopes that their case will bring awareness to the Hmong community and the issues they face with language barriers and cultural differences. They also hope that their case will lead to changes in how the police handle witnesses and mental health crises. Since this incident, Minneapolis police have changed their policy on handling witnesses to say they must be treated in a constitutional manner. The new policy makes it clear that a person who has not been charged with a crime and isn't being held on probable cause is free to leave at any time. The family says they take some consolation in this change, but they still miss their father dearly. They say he was a loving and hardworking man who came to America for a better life. They say he deserved better than what he got from the police that night. The father, Chiasher View, was going through a mental health crisis and suffering with untreated depression on the night he was killed. He fired several shots at a wall inside the house and came out pointing a rifle at the officers, who shot him 13 times. His children, who were locked inside two squad cars, begged the police to let them talk to their father and calm him down. But the police refused their offers and kept them detained for hours after the shooting. A language barrier also contributed to the tragedy, as Chiasher View spoke little English and few officers spoke Hmong. The family sued the city of Minneapolis for illegally and unconstitutionally detaining them that night. A federal judge ruled that the officers were justified in shooting Chiasher View, but the city agreed to pay a $700,000 settlement to the family. The family hopes that their case will bring more awareness and change to how police handle mental health crises and witnesses in the Hmong community and beyond.